Next up, we have a natural selection rookie, but she is not a rookie in any other sense of the word. She's a 3-time Olympian, the first ever TTR Women's World Champ. She's been a Rider of the Year, she's an X Games gold medalist, and she's a backcountry innovator and living legend, Cheryl Maas. Let's hear directly from her on her first NST stop.
I think the natural selection, this whole new tour, is like what snowboarding needed, what was missing, because I mean snowboarding has progressing so much in the last years. It's been amazing to see, but we kind of lost the touch and feel of what snowboarding meant for everybody, and it became just like such a contest circus. And now it's like bringing it back to the natural surroundings of riding a mountain and then doing the best tricks and just having fun on the mountain. That's what like natural selection means to me, and I think that's like people can relate to that. Like when they watch it, they're like, oh, I want to go out there and ride powder. The quads are sick, but nobody's going to want to do that when they go out snowboarding.
I love that outlook of communicating the fun part of snowboarding and why we all love doing it through this venue.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what this whole event is built around, and we see it, right? We see the camaraderie. We see even when when the riders are having a tough run, we see how much fun they have when they get to the bottom. They're hugging and high-fiving and cheering each other on. Like at the core of this event, it's about having fun and showcasing what that means for all of us.
I'm going to be interested to see her approach here, because when I spoke to her last night, she said after course inspection she'd chosen like 4 features she felt she could, put a run together. There's the first. So, bit of a speed issue, but she'll dial that, definitely. And she's a student, though, Serail. She prepares. That's been a hallmark of her career.
And that higher risk is going to be get a higher reward. She started off her run with a backside 3. A lot of people have been choosing to just go straight air.
I mean, you'd expect nothing less, really. Full commitment. Yeah, you can see, I mean, there you go. Look how chopped up it's getting.
I think it's the little things like that little backside slash. The judges understand that the course is challenging. It's challenging for everyone, but it's those little features, putting in the extra little cherry on top in between the features that are going to help stand people apart.
Yes.
That was massive.
It's all about the creativity as well, and of course there is the Quicksilver Surf the Mountain Award that will be awarded to one male or female for that kind of, creative surfing aesthetic in the situation.
Which was a feature of last year, wasn't it, as well? As the event progressed, you could see people start to, increase the flow of the lines, not just the features, like how they were treating the terrain in between the features.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether they're veterans or first-timers, they get a better feel for the course.
Respect for everyone. Holy shit.
Wow, and you hear her say respect for everyone. Cannot understate the athletic ability it takes to go top to bottom just to make it down that run. So our final, last but definitely not least, person to drop in the women's quarterfinals is Marion Haerty. She is hailing from France. She dominated last year and made it to 2nd place at Jackson, and she is a 4-time winner of the Freeride World Tour. All of this experience is definitely going to help her today in Jackson. Let's hear from her.
It was a big surprise, seriously, because it's totally different compared to the Freeride World Tour, and I have to learn so many new skills, and it's meant a lot for me, I'm not on the Freeride World Tour again, and I really want to embrace the art of evolution and progression, so this is why I'm here.
So last year, of course, Marion punched her ticket to finals, but because of global travel restrictions, she was not able to make it to Alaska. So this is a big deal to get to have her again at the tour.
Which was a real shame, because you just know in Alaska she would have killed it.
Totally.
I mean, that really played to her strengths, didn't it?
And as we were talking about this earlier, Marion comes to the natural selection with a totally different background than most of the riders here. Much more big mountain focus and potentially has a lot more experience dealing with these super variable conditions.
Well, that's a feature of the Freeride World Tour, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to compete on that tour, you're going to get used to a lot of different conditions. I think you can kind of see the experience here, actually.
I totally agree. I mean, she's going very fast, and you can really see her handling these kind of bumps and bobbles of the snow.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence in this run. New feature for the... Nice.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah,
I don't know that she could have caught that much more perfect.
No,
right at the ribbon.
This is looking good.
Getting out over into that rider's right side. There we go, adding a little flare, backside butter.
Yeah, I'm kind of calling that as the most solid run so far. What do you think?
I agree with your statement about confidence. She handled that very confidently.
Little 3 at the top as well.
It's heavy, huh?
Sorry, I come back.
Wow. Really cool seeing both of these riders' takes on the course. Very different perspectives, but both really powerful.
Super different perspectives. I mean, you almost can't get more farther away from where these two riders have come from.
I'm going to be really interested to see, once Serail gets the speed dialed, run 2, how she goes with that one.
Wow, big and just holding through the landing, a little tail heavy, but that does not stop her. Just powering through it.
Spotted it all the way, didn't she?
The landing's going to help her out, but I think she knows going back up that she's going to have to put a little more effort into what she's doing in the air and combine that with that solid landing and that confidence in her riding.
There we go, a little flow.
Wow.
Stuff is heavy. What?
Marion.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
And we see Marion very excited. It just probably feels good to get that first run out of the way and get a feel for the course. And they will head back up, or they each have a second opportunity to dial in their runs. So we have our final matchup of women's quarterfinals. Cheryl Maas and Marion Haerty. Cheryl is back up at the top. I am so excited getting to watch her ride in competition. It's been a few years. I think this is a really cool thing for snowboarding.
Well, it's a really great story, isn't it, to have Serail back? You know, because as you pointed out in the first heat, it's quite a CV she's got, quite a resume. She's, you know, all the contest wins, the fact she moved. I mean, she was doing double backflips into powder, Serail, 2011. I mean, it's still legitimate now, isn't it, you know?
Oh, totally.
Encore? Yep.
Oh, just didn't quite have the speed.
At speed, it is such an issue. And a big part of the judging, too, I think is worth noting again, is that you can have falls in your run. Like the whole run is being appraised from top to bottom, including everything in between the jumps, in between the features, all of your turns. So if you do put your butt down, put a hand down, even if you go full tomahawk, it doesn't totally knock you out. You still have a chance. So there's no throwaway runs.
Yeah, we saw that in the men's heats, didn't we? You know, that it's an overall impression really that's being counted by the judges.
And not only does this course make it more challenging for the riders, it makes it more challenging for the judges. These are hard runs to compare side by side.
Yeah, I'd rather be in this seat, I think.
Yeah.
You know, no one has ever been in this seat and said, oh, I'd rather be a judge.
Oh my gosh.
Went for the 7.
Oh. Yeah, hugely grateful for the judges. Their job is not easy at all. Very appreciative of them.
Very, very much so. And we've got some of the best in the world with us.
Indeed.
I did. Holy shit, not the course though. That's bumpy. I'm here in one piece.
And we have our 8th rider to drop in, Marion Haerty. You know, I think the course is getting more challenging as we go on. We see those tracks in the landing. If there is an individual who can navigate that deftly, it is Marion.
I mean, I believe she had the highest score first round, right? So her approach definitely paid off for her. I mean, she's from Chamonix. You brought up there, you get used to riding in a lot of variable conditions, top to bottom.
I wonder if it was a calculated choice that she was going to attack the course the way she did, so quickly and powerfully, or if that's just simply part of the way that she rides on a regular basis.
I think it is how she rides. I mean, she's got a lot of experience in this type of competitive situation.
That was amazing.
Wow.
That goes to show how much strength and effort it takes to hold on when you're landing in these conditions.
Yeah, she held on fine, didn't she?
See, that was creative. That was Lando's hip. She took a smaller line than what everybody else has been taking, but she stayed on her feet. She got the grab. She made it look good, and she continues on. She hasn't moved it down yet.
It was calculated, wasn't it? You could see she thought about it, and she'd gone back and she'd adjusted her approach.
I love to see this. I mean, gosh, she is riding really well, holding on through those challenging track conditions. But when she spoke about, you know, really committing to the natural selection tour and wanting to be a part of the progression overall, I mean, it's so exciting watching her ride this course right now. And let's take a quick look at both Serail and Marion's runs again.
Yeah, I think that first hit really does show like how critical your speed judgment is today. I mean, she's the only one to try a 7 so far.
She had those 2 bobbles at the top, so I think coming into that lower section goes to show that she understood she needed to put something bigger down in order to stay in the game.
It was all on the line there, wasn't it, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, about Marion's riding, you raised an interesting point, Jeff. I mean, yeah, the answer is she always rides with this much power, to be honest. It's going to be, if she does manage to get through into the later stages of this entire tour, I think it's going to be really mouthwatering seeing what she can do in Baldface Valhalla, in Alaska with this approach, really.
Completely. She is a shark in the water when it comes to the line selection and Alaska. I mean, I'm sure she, you know, as any competitor, has their eyes set on that, and you know, she is a danger.
I think the question we had about what type of background was going to shine today, whether it's straight to backcountry rider or contest rider or Marion, our big mountain rider, I think we're getting the answer to that.
Totally.
So we've got one tiebreaker.
So Marion will advance to the next round for the women, which we will see on day 2. And it's so exciting. I mean, I'm just thankful to get to watch a Serail Marion matchup. That was, you know, I know Slemis said it, but that's a sentence I never thought I'd be saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's so great about this event, isn't it?